Hello and thanks for tuning in. Today we're going to go over the installation of a turnkey Oasis porch enclosure and a typical opening. Let's get to it. The installation of our porch enclosures is best done with two installers, one on the inside and one on the outside. We start by setting the enclosure in from the exterior. Now we're going to rotate it around so that you can see the interior. Because openings can vary, we like to best fit it in the opening, and we also like to justify it so that the top of the enclosure is tight to the beam so there's no reveal. Now that we're satisfied with the position of the enclosure inside the opening, we're going to pin the four corners with these self-tapping screws, which are provided in each project. Recommend a quarter drive with a magnetic attachment, and these screws simply can go right through the metal and be installed directly into the enclosure. Now that we have all four corners screwed in place, the next thing we're going to do is raise the sashes to close the enclosure, and this will reveal where we're going to put our other screws in the sides, which will line up with the frames. But before we do that, we want to make sure that there's enough tension on the sashes so that they won't slide down on their own. Once installed like this, we're going to raise the sashes to see that they hold in place. And if they hold in place like they are, we can put the screws in. However, on larger applications, sometimes we need to put a little bit of additional pressure on the side of the frame to make sure the sashes will hold in place. Now that we have all the screws installed, the last final step is to check the tension on the screen. If your compression has loosened the screen at all, we always ship it with a little bit of extra screen on one side so that you could remove the spline and re-roll it should you need to tighten the screen. So, to trim the screen, you typically we'll start at the top and we'll install our blade this way, and we run right down like this. Now your porch enclosure is completely installed, but depending upon your weather conditions and the amount of overhang you have over it, you may need to add a single bead of caulk across the top of the flange as well as down the sides. But that's it, you're done. Feel free to also check out our other videos on door installation and mod kits. Thanks for watching.